What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Juventus Football Manager 2022 Rebuild series. Leave a thumbs up for more. And yes, it's another youth intake episode. We get through a lot of these, don't we, in the FM videos, but they're always exciting. It doesn't look like we have a 5-star potential player, but let's scroll down. We have a lot of 1 gold star. Decent, even under decent talents. We've only got 1. That's half a gold star. So we're going to go through and take a look at these players. So this could be just like average players. Maybe some of them will be all right. Let's just go through them individually. First up, Camozzo here. I was going to say left mid. Yeah, he's looking like, and I was going to say, we've had like the kit issues as well. Like even the mix doesn't look right. Like the black, with the text and how that is there. But yeah, I think there's a mix with Juventus's colors, maybe the color scheme of having the black stuff, but anyway, that's what I thought. And potential doesn't look too bad, but his attributes, they're good enough. So we'll give him a contract. We won't go through every single we're not going to go through the contract because I feel like if I think this guy is good, every single other player apart from one is less ability than this. So if he's the same ability, I mean, yeah, we only have 1 player worse than that star ability. That's right, yeah. So, regardless of the potential, we could see players with a similar ability to this guy. So, yeah, we'll do that. And on to the next player here, Loris Aragiolas. He's a central player, but he could play out wide on the right side. Mentals save him. Technicals are not too bad. Like, you got some 9s there, 8s. They can definitely maybe get above 11, 12, 13. But with really strong mentals, I think those ones, 16 and above, they'll get to 20. So he could be a very good player. Or at least his mentals could make him to, Juventus level and be part of the squad. Whereas if he had mentals on an average of what his physicals and technicals are, he might just become, below par. And even if we go off the description, a good intake, I'm not sure if you had maybe 2 4-star potential, would they still have it as good? But it says here, at least, at first look, this appears to be a good group of young players. So the whole crop of them, that's what I read it as from what we can actually see. I feel like it's like a group of solid players, all of them around the similar level. We'll go through them all, but we can judge that off their current abilities. So let's go on to the third, Materazzi. Again, see, look at this, man. These guys, not off the bat anyway, they don't have 4-star, 5-star potential. It's a little bit less. They're like that 3.5, but wow. Like, it wouldn't be out of place. If this guy had 5-star potential, you wouldn't be saying, oh, he doesn't look good enough for that. No, maybe physically looks a bit poor. Maybe, you would want to have him be central, so his pace is not really going to be too relevant. And he looks like a great talent. And are we going to see the same consistency? Because they're all the same potential. You said that 3.5. I won't be surprised some of them, they might be 4.5. So Marcini here, again, solid. We've got to think he's right back as well. Analyze his attributes, his better attributes, the attributes for the position. You can see the ones that are highlighted. A lot of consistency in there from like 8 and above. So that's good at 15. Yeah. The important attributes 8 or higher, and only one of them are 8, and that's crossing. So every other one is above 9. So I like the look of him. He's someone I think he'll become that well-rounded fullback, which not bad at all. Okay, Enzo, a winger here. Okay, he's got some weaker attributes, but let's take out long throws. Not that important. See, he's better physically. He'll develop into one of those quicker acceleration, agility. You could maybe see that at the 17, 18, maybe. So even though his pace isn't the highest, outside of that, he doesn't look the greatest. But I'm just thinking because he has got that, physical ability, really quick. And then he's got the group of the technicals, passing, first touch, dribbling and crossing. He could be a solid winger with his pace and get those balls in, especially though his finishing's a bit lower. And he's right-footed. It's funny how that's set up and he's not left-footed. It just happens to be that way, that he would be better as a winger and not an inside forward. Even though he's got cuts inside from right wing, so that might take it back a little bit. So they're all the top talents. But if we go down, so these guys, same current abilities. It just looks like their potential is a step down. But who knows? It might not be. Like look at this guy. Reflexes and punching tendency. You see, that's not highlighted, so it's not always a good thing. but he'll get a contract. This could be a very rare. I don't think I've offered or even if this guy that's half a star will build up a bit of anticipation towards him. I don't think I would have even offered that many in a youth intake. I've never really had him like this. Like it says, it's a group of young players where they're all a consideration and not just 3 or 4 players you'd think about signing up. So Andrea Nazaro, naturally a striker, only 6 finishing, but again, his strength in attributes. Take out tackling, long throws, marking, not important. Maybe heading, I gotta be honest. He's got, look at his handling, he's volatile, but balanced personality. I don't know. He could be decent. He's got some, and he could be, really quick. Pace, 15, acceleration. Those 15s might get 17, 18. So he's gonna have that pure quickness. Like that right now, you say 15, he's quick, but it's not going to be a game changer. Wait till he gets to his best. And with a 14 technique as well, just imagine that pacey, and he's got a good technique where he could create. So honestly, I think this is one of my best intakes because of the amount of solid players there are in it. And there's hopefully still more to come. Benassi looks to be another striker. He looks a little bit more on the weaker side, but we look deeper into it. Look at what I mean is, what's his highest attributes? Hasn't got a lot, but his work rate is good. Fickle personality though, but determination 13, work rate 14. So I think he's one that will get to his maximum. He'll get to his best. His best might not be some as high as some others, So long shots 13. We give him a contract. I wouldn't say he's the most impressive one, but he's someone we are probably going to see high ratings of training at. So he's going to have good development. That's my early prediction anyway. So we're just going through with them contracts. Ooh, I was going to say, we've got some non-Italians here, and these are Croatian, Swiss. So, Vlatko, he can play multiple positions. So intrigued by him, and he gets a contract. Definitely see him as a deeper kind of centre mid because of his finishing. You don't want him getting in attacking positions or just having that. He tries killer balls. He's going to be that creative type, but not looking for me, could be just standard deep lying playmaker as you get because, you don't want him getting anywhere near the goals. So you just want him sitting deep as that midfielder. So we just go like this, finalize. We're just doing this for every player. And then Loris as a centre-back, which could be needed. Again, yes, that's consistent, balanced attributes. Physically, you'd like him because he's not too strong and he's not too quick. So he's good in the air, he's jumping reach. So that's where I'm hoping he'll have a strength. But from his technicals, but mentals look good as well. He'll be okay. Just have another left midfielder here, and it's a Swiss. We've picked up a Swiss, ooh, not bad. Again, the physicals, acceleration of 15, even pace 13, not bad. So he'll be a quicker, he'll be quick. And see, what I meant about that other winger, it's the fact that his strengths are crossing, but he's got poor finishing. So he's a left footer. He's not a right footer where he'd be an inside forward. It's, interesting how that fits, doesn't it? You don't really get random players a lot of the time. You wouldn't see, more often than not, this guy will be left-footed and will not be right-footed. So, we just mixed weirdly. Or you probably would see him as a right midfielder. He probably would have been trained in his earlier days that we don't see yet. But, he's good. But again, a guy like this, I don't see him becoming best player in the world. He might develop a little bit. If he's not going to be a backup player, you could sell him and maybe make a little bit profit off from, look what you signed him on now as a youngster, and it's the standard youth contract, 220 per week. So, definitely. If he turns out to be a player you sell for a few million, even if it's a few 100,000, it's still a small profit, but And I always find it better if you have more players in your youth squad, opposed to just a few and then grayed out players come through. It's having, a whole squad play together. It brings the best out of each other, I'd say. So that covers all the good talents. I mean, their description is good talents, so I expect them to be good. And I think that, but we'll have to see if there will be a difference between the top and the, good talents. Now, I'm almost more interested to see, is there going to be a difference from decent talents to good talents? Because again, they're the same current ability rating apart from Ferrano, but we'll see how he is as a left wing back. So, Paolo Nappi. again, strong enough attributes, dribbling low, so maybe a role where that's not going to be too relevant, or train his dribbling early, and that could be pretty good. He's got enough, like, he hasn't got too many, the poorer attributes. Penalty, I always go about this, don't I? But it's honest. Penalty taking, if he's not taking penalties, 5 doesn't matter. If he's not having long throws, 5 doesn't matter. Crossing, okay, crossing, it's still in open play, so we've got to leave that. But if he's playing central, won't really be in crossing positions too much. And corners, there's quite a few of those. A few of those you cancel out. As I said, crossing could still be a little bit important, but take those out of the equation and then focus on his strengths, like the passing, the technique. Again, really determined, and work rate of 11, and personality driven. So he's another, like that other guy I said, he'll be in the top of the training ratings. So he'll be one who gets to his maximum, or at least close to his maximum potential. And Luka Lippi, another winger, but it looks like he's a striker as well. A few of the other guys, if he go up, yeah, it says winger, but they were natural as a striker position. So Luka Lippi, he's 1 star. Again, it's the strength of these guys, like the description of them. They're good. They're like a good group of players that are a similar level, which is really, really nice to see. Really nice to see. See, he's left-footed. Was 181 centimeters, so he's not too tall, but not too small. Either way, it depends who you ask. But 18 teamwork, so he's he's got low determination, so he might struggle, but he's very high teamwork. So he's someone. That's what I just said about having like a lot of youth players. He's someone I can think, like, hopefully people can build or get that off him. Like, you see someone working hard and he can lift the level of training. You're asking for someone a bit much from someone with low determination, but that's a weird one. That one looks a bit, we'll say, oh, they normally balance well, but this guy seems a bit mixed. I thought he probably, judging off his other good attributes, high teamwork, pretty good work rate for his current age. Look, 13, up there with his best attributes. So low determination, that impacted his personality too. So that was a little strange, but he's, just passable. As I said, high teamwork, and other players will look at him and try to get to his level because, they see how hard he's working. Next, Magri. So he's left back. I went straight to offer contract. Don't get too excited. Ooh, quite good mentals, apart from his vision and flair. Then you go back to looking at his better attributes that are important. Well, what is his important attributes? Take out, free kick taking, long throws, corners. Yeah, all of them. And penalty taking. Don't even look at them extremely low attributes. Don't put him in those things, and that's not being impacted. Take that out of the equation, and a left back, again, vision could be important. Imagine you develop this guy into a defensive fullback, and then that's where you start to eliminate these things where vision, if he's not getting up, getting a lot of crosses in, not going to be important. And in our formation too, the right wing back is more the attacker. Vision, flair, and then you emphasize his other attributes, especially where he's good mentally. Yeah, high bravery rating as well. So, and good lead. This is a type of guy you could see as a future, like a future captain of the club. You're like, 2-star potential, what? He kind of strikes me as like a Gary Neville. Remember for Manchester United? Like, he wasn't, like, how many assists did he get over his career? But what a career he had. You never saw him got involved in too many goals. You would say he would probably be a little bit different. And so he's ambitious as well. Good work rate, determination, 14. That's really good at this point. He looks very, if I actually was going to compare to someone over on the left side though, but I would say he would resemble someone like a Gary Neville at his age. I mean, at his age, at 15. But yeah, when I'm starting to look at it like that, he's actually not as bad as what 2-star potential shows, I think. So we go on, just keep signing these guys up, and I think, I do give my reasons for them, but I think they've all been fair so far. They've all been fair. I haven't just for the sake of signing them all. So, David E Ferrano, who you can tell the reason he looks a little bit below, but again, 7'6", 7'7". That's funny, yeah? Because some of his mentals aren't quite there, that's for sure. But I don't want him to be left out. So maybe he's that little reach just so we can get there. But I don't want him to feel left out. Everyone, don't want him to feel left out. Like, everyone else gets signed up apart from him. And then checking Rocco Bellata, who I expect to be in a similar far out. Yeah, what the hell? This guy, who's at the bottom of the youth intake list. Hold on. 20 teamwork. Wow. For someone, out of all the years of playing like Football Manager and seeing the youth intakes, the bottom player in the list, those attributes, those greens, I don't think I've ever seen that before for the final player. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And even, again, the defensive technical attributes are insane. What the hell? He's incredibly impressive, as I said, for the last player on the list. Oh boy. So, yeah. He wasn't bad. If we go back to Ferrano, I feel we need to talk about him a little bit more, because again, at least he's ambitious with a bit of determination. Work rate's not too low. It's kind of average. So, yeah. He's probably one of the worst out of them all. But, we had to do that for the title, because I was never this close. If I had two others, maybe, if I had two others that weren't good or around his ability, maybe wouldn't have signed them up and, wouldn't have pointed that out as a main thing as the title. But, we have just signed up every single youth intake player, and they were all worth it, really. And that one, he wasn't too far off. But the fact of everyone else apart from him, that we did not reach for them for that reason. Look at the last guy. As I said, the bottom of the list. Oh, he could be close to the best with those top attributes. Wow. But because, actually, like my last Journeyman episode, we had a pretty in-depth youth intake video. And this one for a different reason, because we ended up signing everyone in the end. And you see how we got the big money? All of that? Because, they didn't accept us. Gabriel Jesus, funnily enough, he picked Chelsea in the end. When I was, that's just, such a thing to happen. I'll go through it. Jesus, is he there? I was going to make a joke if he didn't show up. But anyway, he is there. So Chelsea signed him, and that's it. Maybe they accepted Chelsea. They bought him, and he scored 5 goals in 11 after signing in January. So good luck to him. But when I said that wasn't gonna happen, but it's interesting. Chelsea just threw the money at him, I guess. That's why he accepted that. But they had to pay him a transfer fee. But the one that did accept us, it was, the youngster. It wasn't really the best guy. But again, he hasn't got the highest potential, but I love his well-roundedness. Again, Italian that is playing abroad. He's playing for Benfica. He's playing in Portugal. So maybe he learns something there. Then he comes back. Really nice batch of... Look at that group of physicals. It's just a bunch of 13s and 14s. That's neat for a central midfielder. That's 190 centimeters. Yeah, that's definitely a good height. Could be, really versatile. And again, I mention it. Take out long throws if he's not having long throws, and really strong technicals overall. Yeah, I'm happy he's joining us. I don't expect he's going to be a world beater, but he's already capped at under 20 levels. So he could be one of those different prospects. He plays 1-2s, dictates tempo, long range passes. I reckon he's a sneaky talent. And then just to give you an overview of our results over this period of time, as you can see, the Champions League, the first game, we actually lost against Ajax there. Away from home, Champions League, so tricky. And how often do you see that? Man, that's what I kind of get a bit frustrated at. Away from home in Champions League, I feel it's ridiculously harder. They got an early red, so it may. But we scored a goal before that anyway, and I think it would have been a similar result regardless. I think we maybe would have won by at least 3. But 4-0, it's a different complexion. First game, couldn't really score at all. Couldn't finish chances for whatever reason, because it's away from home. And then we just cruise. It was one of our easier games. And then, we won a couple games there, and we beat Inter as well, which was a very good performance. See what I mean? 5-0. The home games, you just cruise. But then you see Champions League coming up. That's Arsenal. So, our rebuild, our rebuild process. The next will be the end of the season and a Champions League final if we do get to it. I'm still wondering about it. We'll give her a bit of a review of the team, as we are still sitting top of the league. But Milan... They've gone up to... Remember the last episode I showed you? They conceded only 2 goals. That was from 14 games. Was it? We were on 14, when we saw them last time. They've played the same amount. So they haven't been on the best form. I was like, surely they could not keep that rate up. Where I think we kept our better rate, our thing, which was scoring goals, and we've got 80 from the 23. I'm sure that's a similar rate than we had. Like, I'm not going to get the calculator out, but it's definitely on that. And where we have 20 goals against, we've definitely been better. We've kept our goal scoring rate, and our defensive rate has been stronger than they had in this period. So I'm really pleased with that. We'll go into this is really good because we get an overview. Look, Adeyemi at the top. He's an amazing striker that continues to develop. His determination is going down. It's still 18, so it's right up there. So just don't look at that. I'm just putting my finger over it. But everything else, a lot of them going directly up as well. Like you see vision, passing, heading, crossing, some really important attributes, strength, balance. Yeah. He'll be set. You know, I always say guys around his age, you set for what, 9-10 years at the club. I put 9 in there for when he enters 30, but yeah, he looks really good. But if we go to the actual team and we saw it again, goals, but Moise Kean, he's showing as well. Is he getting, steady little progression? He's like, I've said his attributes be looking beefy. He's the one on the thumbnail because we get excited about him, and he's showing that. And he's got a few more like assists. Cuadrado doing his thing with 16. But in terms of the amount of goals Moise Kean is involved in, really happy with that. And the most key passes, as you can see, Cuadrado at the top, average rating. Adeyemi and Kean both at the top, regardless of what Cuadrado is doing. So our two strikers, absolutely dominant. So, of course, there's the players are international right now. But because of the fact that, we had such an in-depth youth intake, and that's been it's worked out my last couple FM videos. There hasn't been a game. But anyway, we're going to keep it short and sweet in terms of that, but it was still a pretty in-depth youth intake episode. So what do you make of signing up every single youth player? I think it was fair. I like it. I've never had a youth intake like that where it's just like a group of really solid players. They're all solid. And that one guy, the wing back, he was just that step below. But we signed him up all together, and that's definitely fair enough. So let me know your thoughts. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Definitely the next episode, we're going to get playing through a lot more games now. Well, we'll play up until the end of the season. See if we can get over Arsenal and see if we can actually make it all the way to the final. If not, because I was going to touch on with the squad. I skipped it a bit because I was talking about like the performances, the players, like the level of our team. When you got two dominant strikers, Moise Kean and Karim Adeyemi, they're there, and you got Chiesa. But Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey's running out the contract, so probably going to let him go. We'll see what happens. I feel we would set up to be a Champions League winning team in a few seasons. Like, look at our potential. Like when Ruggeri develops a bit more. Chiesa's 25, so no. Even De Ligt, he's at a good level. Phil Foden, and Demiral. There's some decent guys there. But maybe we are set up to win it this season. I think there's the talent there, and the younger guys are going to be consistently progressing. So let me know, do you think we can make the final? I think, we have younger guys that's always getting better. I could say, sure, we may be even better 2 or 3 seasons from now, surely, considering their ages. But maybe it's in the sweet spot, because who's the older players in the team that won't be there? Bonucci's kind of, we're rotating him. He's still performing well. Cuadrado's 34, so he won't be around in 2 or 3 seasons. And Szczesny. Don't count Aaron Ramsey. Danilo, who's a backup. Champions League winning teams normally have a player like that, don't they? A defender that's versatile, can play all along the bench, all along the back from the bench. He'll be rotating. He's good for subs for that reason. That's why I'd mention mine. But and then these types like Rabiot, Arthur, now they're kind of mid-20s. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.